What's poppin' pizza? It's your boy Jet. Today we're gonna be reviewing My Hero Academia Chapter 286. If you guys enjoyed the video and you want to see more, make sure you guys go ahead and United States of smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell so you never miss another upload. Detroit, smash that like button, comment, and share. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the review. We kick off this chapter right where we left off in the last one, with Bakugo jumping in the way of Midoriya, protecting him from the tendrils and getting his quirk stolen. And you see the tendrils that Shigaraki threw at Bakugo are still within him. And then Shigaraki starts shaking his head back and forth, and then the tendrils just snap in half. And since Bakugo jumped in the way, Shigaraki had to cancel the quirk stealing process that he was gonna do on Midoriya. Bakugo starts falling to the ground, and at this height where they are right now, it would kill him. It would kill Bakugo if he would hit the ground. Bakugo starts falling to the ground, and at this height he would most certainly die. But luckily Todoroki comes in and grabs Bakugo as he already has it already passed out endeavor in his hand. And it's cool to see that, Todoroki is flying. I did not know he could fly now. He's propelling fire from his left leg and is flying. And it's kind of weird to see that his right leg is just like doing nothing, but his left leg is just completely shooting out fire from it. So it's nice to see that Todoroki is finally able to fly just like Endeavor. Shigaraki sits there with the broken tendrils, and he says this fight has had a lot of useless blood. Blood has been spilt from a lot of useless people, but that was the most useless one of all of them. Deku hears this, and he thinks of Aizawa, Gran Torino, Ryukyu, all these people who have sacrificed limb for this fight, who have sacrificed blood, sweat, and tears to win this fight, who have been put out of commission because of Shigaraki. And Deku just absolutely snaps right here, and he charges after Shigaraki, breaking the tendrils, even going as far as to bite one of them. And this little panel of Deku just going absolutely feral was amazing. And before this feral Deku mode, Midoriya remembers the words of how, Black Whip, I think it's Black Whip, I think it was referring to Black Whip, but he remembers that Black Whip responds according to the rage, so he has to keep a calm head if he wants to keep Black Whip under control, and if he doesn't, well, it's gonna go crazy. And then we see Shigaraki's face just crack open, like a bigger crack than usual. And then we get an absolutely sickening panel of Shigaraki's face just cracked all the way open like an egg. And then you see All For One underneath of it. This panel just reminded me of something from like a horror manga. Like this is just completely creepy and awesome at the same time. It's like All For One is literally inside of Shigaraki right now. And I don't know if this is just a head game, or this is just like an illusion, like what we saw like 10 chapters ago, where Shigaraki was reaching for Deku and Bakugo, and it looks like he was decaying them, but they weren't really being decayed. I don't know if this is one of those situations, but this is still an awesome panel, bro. We cut to a news coverage of Gigantomachia just absolutely running through the cities, bro. I was running through the city with my bow. You know how that goes. But in all seriousness, Gigantomachia is just destroying the city blindly, just running straight for Shigaraki. And he says he can sense Master's scent. Like, he smells Master, but for some reason there's two scents where he's going. We cut to the evacuation team, and they're trying to get everyone out of there as quickly as possible. We got Nejire, we got Ida, we got Uraraka, we got Tsuyu, we got Koji Koda, we got the comic guy, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that is comic or whatever. His quirk is comic. But Uraraka is just kind of worried. She's thinking everything that's been going on right now has just not gotten better. The situation has not gotten better. Ever since we saw Shigaraki at USJ, things have just gotten worse and worse. Then we jump back to the fight, and Todoroki is just absolutely seeing feral Deku just in the freaking palm of Shigaraki. Shigaraki literally has his hand on Deku's face right now. And with that, Shigaraki has finally touched Deku. And now he can finally steal one for all. And then Deku opens his eyes, and he's inside of the Vestige world. But it's not the Vestige world that he's used to. He looks ahead of him and he sees Shigaraki, but with a closer examination, he sees All For One. All For One is kind of standing on top of Shigaraki. And All For One is telling him, like, if I didn't lend you my power, you would be dead by now. I think All For One is really trying to convince Shigaraki to give him full control of his body. Because if you remember, while Shigaraki was getting burnt up by Endeavor, All For One called into Shigaraki's head, asking Shigaraki to give him full control of Shigaraki's body. But it seems like Shigaraki is kind of fighting back as he still wants control of his own body. And that's what he tells All For One, that this is his path, his dream. All For One's not going to achieve this for him. Deku sees this and he tries reaching out for Shigaraki, but then he's stopped by Nana. She tells him that he can't move, but we'll do something about that. And that is the end of this chapter. Another solid chapter of My Hero Academia. Bakugo is now out of the fight, really. Like, he just got impaled by Shigaraki. Shigaraki just completely was really going to steal Deku's quirk, but with those tendrils out of Bakugo, he just cancels it. So he doesn't even consider Bakugo's quirk worthy of being stolen. And I really think that's going to play a part later into the series. Bakugo's been going down a really major character development. And after this arc, Bakugo's probably going to look at himself and think that maybe he isn't as strong as he thinks he is. His quirk wasn't even worthy of being stolen by All For One. All For One has all of these quirks, and he didn't even consider stealing Bakugo's quirk. Even when he had Bakugo in his grasp, just ready to steal his quirk, All For One canceled it. Maybe Bakugo just isn't strong enough. So I feel like that's going to play a part later into the series. Bakugo just feeling completely worthless, as like not even a villain would steal his quirk. We have the awesomeness of like Feral Deku. I'm calling it Feral Deku. Venom Deku, it looks like. It doesn't matter. He looks awesome. He looks like a Venom with all the black whip and just darkness around him. I'm not sure if it's the scans or anything, because these scans are kind of poop. That amazing panel of Shigaraki's face just cracking open like an egg with All For One just grinning inside of it. All For One really is trying to steal Shigaraki's body. And I wasn't one of the believers of the, All For One stealing Shigaraki's body, but now that I'm really seeing it more and more, it's becoming blatantly obvious that All For One probably just bred Shigaraki, probably just raised Shigaraki just so he can steal his body, steal his quirk. And it's got me thinking, what if All For One has done this before? What if All For One is only alive for as long as he's been alive because he's been stealing the bodies of people he's given his quirk to? We have Gigantomachia just on his way to Shigaraki. We don't know how far he is. And I tried looking up Jaku City and Saru City, the city's locations that were used in this chapter, and I couldn't find it. I was gonna try to see like how far like Gigantomachia was, how far these two cities were apart from each other. And also I forgot to mention that this man Todoroki can fly. Like, I did not know that. I'm not sure if that was in a previous chapter. This man Todoroki is using one of his legs, shooting fire out of it to fly like Endeavor. And then at the end of this chapter, we have Deku inside of like the All For One vestige world. All For One really is trying to take the body of Shigaraki, and Shigaraki is just kind of fighting back. So like, people were saying that maybe after this arc, Shigaraki would go kill All For One, and I definitely see that happening. I definitely see Shigaraki going to go kill All For One for trying to steal his body. And just imagine a Prison Break arc, bro. Like, Shigaraki goes to kill All For One, and I kind of want to see All For One versus Shigaraki, because I want to see another My Villain Academia arc, and I want to see Shigaraki at the forefront. And if Shigaraki is handling all these pro heroes on his own, is it like really believable if he goes up against like another villain one-on-one? And so him going up against All For One, someone this powerful, this is like a good fight for Shigaraki to go like down another arc for. I really want to see Shigaraki fight All For One, just because that's a good matchup for how powerful he is right now. But that's it for the chapter, really. What did you guys think? Let me know. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.